In their pain and frustration, the tiger and the dragon roared angrily. This mere orphan boy, just doing this little thing, dares to defeat us? If we had known, we would have devoured him first. We are not satisfied with this outcome. Then let's do this. We will check whose nose has hair growing. Whoever has hair growing in their nose will be the one to eat. The dragon and the tiger immediately agreed. First, they looked at the tiger's nose. No hair. Then they looked at the bear's nose. No hair. Next, they checked the dragon's nose. No hair. They continued checking all the other animals, such as monkeys, squirrels, mice, birds, buffaloes, horses, and so on. None of them had hair growing in their noses. That left only the orphaned young man. They checked his nose, and sure enough, they saw long black hairs growing from it. The dragon and the tiger protested. So does this mean we must let this orphan eat us? No way. This orphan can see in the dark. If he eats us, that would be terrible. The tiger then said, if the orphaned young man wants to eat tiger meat, then tigers must give birth to many cubs, so there will be enough for him to eat. The king declared, then the tiger must give birth 9 times a year. Hearing this, the tiger jumped in joy and ran outside, shouting, 9 litters a year, 9 litters a year, 9 litters a year. Now I will go live on the cliffs, give birth to many cubs, and when humans raise chickens and pigs, I will come and eat them. The king watched and grew worried, saying, oh no, if tigers give birth this often, the world will be overrun with them. Someone, go and scare the tiger. A man replied, all right, I will hide here and wait for the tiger to stop. The tiger kept jumping around, shouting, 9 litters a year, 9 litters a year. The people feared that if tigers reproduced too much, they would eat all their livestock. So they sent the quail to hide along the road. When the tiger passed by, the quail suddenly flapped its wings, startling the tiger. The tiger was so frightened that it crouched down and mumbled to itself, wait a minute, was it 9 litters a year or 1 litter every 9 years? It must be 1 litter every 9 years. And so from that time on, tigers have only given birth once every 9 years. The dragon then said, I live in the water, and whenever people come to the river, I will make them fall in so I can eat them. The king replied, if you stay in the water and keep eating people, the thunder god will be angry and will destroy you. Therefore, if any dragon is cruel and not kind-hearted, the thunder god will eliminate it. The monkeys and squirrels asked, what about us? Should we live in the villages? Then they answered themselves, no way. If we live in the villages, that orphaned young man will eat us all. So we will go into the forest and live in the trees. Whenever humans grow rice and corn, we will sneak in and steal their crops. The mice and birds also said, we will not live in the houses either. If we stay, the orphaned young man will eat us all. Instead, we will go into the wild and only come back to steal food when the rice, corn, and fruits are ripe. The king then asked, what about humans, ghosts, and dogs? Since there was constant conflict between humans, ghosts, and dogs, the ghosts always ate people and dogs would bite. The world was in chaos. The king could not resolve the issue. In the end, the orphaned young man became the ruler of the world, but because he wanted to eat everything, it was not good. So the king declared, cover the orphan's eyes with ashes so he can no longer see and hunt all the creatures. They smeared a layer of ash over his eyes, but he could still see. They added another layer. He still wasn't blind. It wasn't until they applied the 3rd layer that he cried out, oh no, I'm blind. I can't see anything anymore. From that moment on, the Hmong people could no longer see in the dark, so they needed to light lamps to see at night. As for the ghosts, when the king applied a layer of ash, the ghost cried out, oh no, I'm blind. Since then, ghosts could only see at night, and the night became the domain of ghosts. If anyone wandered at night, they might encounter a ghost. As for dogs, when the king applied the ashes, the dogs also cried out, oh no, I'm blind. But instead of losing their vision, dogs gained the ability to see at night. They could now see ghosts and would bark when they sensed them.